So in the times we're living in right now, with inflation and the prices going up on virtually everything, now is the time to stock up on affordable pantry staples to make delicious meals at home. Anyways, today, that's exactly what we're doing here on Spain on a Fork. We're making a very simple 20-minute orzo with tuna and tomatoes. And let me tell you, just because this is a very simple dish, it doesn't mean it lacks in flavors or excitement. In fact, it is the complete opposite, as it has the most incredible flavors to it, folks. We're talking effortless to put together, and once again, done in just 20 minutes. Really quick before we begin, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Jim Schallert, Uncle Bud, Sean Murphy, Barbara Eastman, and Karen Bird. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's start by adding in 2 cups of vegetable broth into a saucepan, which is 475 milliliters. To make this dish, you can also use water if you prefer, but let me tell you, by using that vegetable broth is what gives this dish that incredible depth of flavors. And we'll heat it with a high heat. At the same time, I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat, and we're not going to add any fat into the pan right now. We're just going to heat that surface while we gather our ingredients. That way, once they're ready, this dish will come together within minutes. I'm going to start by finely chopping a medium-sized onion, roughly chopping 6 cloves of garlic, cutting about 12 pitted black olives in half lengthwise, and grabbing a handful of fresh parsley and finely chopping it. And for the final ingredient to prepare, I'm going to drain 2 cans of tuna in olive oil into a sieve with a bowl underneath. The size of each can of tuna is 5 ounces, which is about 142 grams. And we'll mix the tuna around to remove any of the excess olive oil. And like I always tell you, you don't want to overmix it, otherwise the tuna can easily dry up. And as for the olive oil that's left over from the canned tuna, we're going to be using it in this recipe. All right, let's start cooking our dish. I'm going to add in the olive oil that we drained from the tuna into the hot pan, and that olive oil is going to splat a little bit out of the pan, so make sure to be careful here. And we'll immediately add in the chopped onion and the chopped garlic. And it's important to mix these ingredients around continuously, that way they don't brown too quickly and they all evenly saute. After about 3 minutes, and the onion is nice and translucent, it's time to add in the orzo. I'm going to measure out 1 cup of orzo, which is about 165 grams. And we'll add the orzo into the pan. And we'll continue to mix the ingredients around, that way they all evenly saute. And we're going to go for about 2 to 3 minutes on the orzo, or until it's lightly browned. Let me tell you, by taking this step, it gives the orzo the most incredible texture and flavor. Once the orzo is lightly browned, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is about 2.5 grams. And we'll give it a quick mix. That way the paprika is evenly coating all the ingredients. As always, the Spanish paprika I'm using is from Kiva. You'll find a link where you can get some in the description box below. And if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. Then we'll add in a 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes, which is about 410 grams. Season everything with a kiss of sea salt, a generous portion of freshly cracked black pepper, and the black pitted olives we cut in half. And we'll give it a mix, that way everything's well mixed together. Once everything is well mixed, let's move back to the vegetable broth that we have heating in the saucepan. As you can see, it's now at a full boil and it is ready to go. I'm going to remove the saucepan from the heat and gently pour the hot broth into the fry pan. And we'll give this one final mix, that way all the ingredients are evenly distributed. Then we'll place a lid on the pan and lower the fire to a low-medium heat. And we're going to simmer this until that orzo is perfectly cooked al dente, which is exactly 9 minutes in my case. So make sure to check the package instructions in the orzo that you're using. Once the orzo is perfectly cooked al dente, I'm going to remove the lid from the pan And as you can see, the majority of that broth has been absorbed by the orzo, and at this point, this dish is ready to go. I'm gonna remove the pan from the heat. We'll add the drained tuna into the pan, and about 2 tablespoons of our finely chopped fresh parsley, which is 8 grams. You can substitute this for half the amount of dried parsley. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together. And we'll top it off with a kiss of our finely chopped fresh parsley to add some color to the dish. Check it out, our simple 20-minute orzo with tuna and tomatoes is done. Super easy to make, incredible aromas coming out of it, and truly the kind of food that's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Let's give it a try and see how it tastes. Seriously folks, this is what easy home cooking is all about. Here we go. Three things: simple, delicious, and affordable. Truly, it does not get better than that. Folks, serve this dish next to a garden salad, a crunchy baguette, and of course a bottle of Spanish wine. You're gonna have yourself one heck of a great meal. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on the 4 community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego. Wow. That's all I gotta say. Catch you in the next video.